So how do you really build a community that is loyal and that will stick to you for a long period of time? Because now we're living in a world where it's no more about a transactional business. It's about a relationship business. And if you're somebody who's just thinking about your leads or your customers as just some numbers on your Excel sheet, then you're actually thinking in the wrong direction. If you want to really sustain in the next decade, you got to start thinking in terms of building communities and also build communities with a mission connected to it. So in this particular video, I want to share with you what are the secrets of actually building loyal communities that will stick with you no matter what. So grab your notepads, pens and papers and let's get in. Siddharth, Rajsekar here. Thank you so much. And if you're watching this on YouTube or Facebook, just hit that like symbol below and smash that like symbol to ensure that you get more of this in the future. So first question I'm going to answer is, why is community building important? And then I'm going to answer 4 more questions, which are what's the difference between online and offline communities, how to build a community online, how to craft a mission statement that attracts the right community, and finally I'll be talking about some tools which you can use to build great communities. So let's talk about the first point, which is why is community building important? See, there are 2 kinds of ways people can run businesses: a transactional business or a relationship business. And like I mentioned earlier when the video started, that we are now moving into the era where many people are doing similar things, and if you have to stand out from the crowd, you need to start thinking in terms of building communities and building relationships, which means that your relationship with your customers has to begin at the point of sale. It cannot end at the point of sale. And that's why if anybody buys my course, they come into my community and then they get the support system after they come inside the community. So we have a mobile application, we have a social network, members interact with each other, and we have an accountability system, we have like a buddy system, we have games, gamification and stuff. So that makes it even more exciting than just selling things and just stopping at that point. So you have to build relationships. And people think that relationships are only in the offline world, but that's so not true. In the online world, so many meaningful relationships have been established when members have come into my community. Okay, so the first thing is, when you're able to move away from transactional relationship to a long-term relationship, you'll have customers for life. And if you want to really take this to the next level, you got to be results focused. Which means that it's not about you just selling your product or service, but it's to ensure that if somebody is buying your product or service, they're able to get the result. That's why the transaction happens. The value exchange happens when they are looking forward to something, where they can actually move forward and get results. So why is community building important? Is because we are now moving into the next phase of businesses. It's no more about transactions. It's about relationships. It's about lifelong relationships. And it's about being focused on the end result and not just on the transaction. Second question, what is the difference between offline and online communities? Offline communities are always there. They've been around for many years. I'm talking about networks like BNI, you have Rotary, you have Lions Club, many people who come together, round table, and those are also communities. And every community has its own specific goal, objective, purpose, structure for them to actually move forward and drive forward their initiatives. And but the beauty about the online communities, if you compare offline versus online does not have any boundaries. Like in my online community, there are people from all over the world, and we have daily meetups happening in our community, and every time people are from all different parts of India, different parts of the world who come together. So there's no boundaries, which means that there'll be lesser infrastructure costs like travel costs and hotel costs and other costs. And it's much more hassle-free if you look at it. If you know how to drive forward online communities, it is the best method that's there, because there's nothing that can beat face-to-face when it comes to deeper interactions. You can, the human-to-human connect is so important, but I would say at least 80 to 90% can be achieved even in the online space if you have the right structure and framework and the right context if you're able to set for your communities. So the difference between online and offline are these, that offline, it's all dependent on infrastructure, travel and location, whereas online is, there are no boundaries to it, okay? Which leads me to the third question, is how do you build an online community? How do you really create digital tribes that can be really sustainable long term? And this is something that I've actually perfected over the last 27 months after having over 10,000 plus members in my community. Many of them are able to now get results. They're able to be inspired with each other. And the way that you got to approach this is this. First step is you need to have a problem that you want to solve. So once you know what is the problem that you want to solve for your community members, be very clear on that. That's the first step. The second step is you need to also be very clear on who is the target market. Like for me, my target market are coaches, trainers, teachers, and experts. Okay, and people are aspiring to be one also. So if that is the target market, the problem that I'm solving is to redefine the education system and employment system by creating the next breed of teachers and mentors and coaches. So once you know what's the problem you want to solve, once you know who you want to actually serve, the third step is then you got to create content as magnets. For example, this piece of content is acting like a magnet that is helping me attract a lot of people who are able to resonate with this topic. The fourth one is to then create a home for them. Like you can start off with a basic Facebook group or Telegram group, but I have my own private network. You can even create private networks for your tribes. The fifth step is then nurture them through valuable content. When you bring them into your home, you got to give them a nice experience. And then when you do that, through that particular network, you'll start to get better quality customers. Yeah, because if people are able to resonate with your whatever you're saying, if they're able to see that interaction in topic, then those who buy your products or services through that community, they'll be very good quality customers. And from there, after they have actually bought your products or services, then you support them. So the steps are, you need to have a problem to solve. You need to be very clear on your target market. You got to use content as magnets. You need to create a home for them to interact, groups. You got to nurture them through valuable content. Then through that you attract quality customers and then support them after they buy a product. So this is how you build an online based community. There's much more to this. In fact, if you want to be a part of my community and if you want to learn this, just go to sids.co/join, where you can actually join my community and you can be a part of this community. We have more than 10,000 people right now. Okay. Next question is, how do you craft a mission statement? Because if you want to really attract the right kind of people into your community, you have to really attract them through a bigger mission. It is not about selling your products or services. It's about attracting them about what you stand for. So number one is the mission has to be larger than you. Two is your mission should have a number, like how many people you want to impact. You start with a very clear number. You want to help 100,000 people. You want to help 1 million people. You want to help 10 million people. Like if somebody asks me, Sid, what's your mission? I say, my mission is to help 1 million people become digital teachers and help them live a lifestyle of freedom. Okay, I have a very clear mission. And the third part of the mission is, what is the problem you want to solve? That should also be there in the mission statement. And what will be the method that you want to use? So a mission statement should have 4 elements. 1 is it should be larger than you. 2, there should be a clear number. 3 is what is the problem you want to solve and what method are you going to use. So if somebody wakes me up at 3 a.m. in the morning and asks me, Sid, what is your mission? I'll say, hi, my name is Siddharth Rajsekar and I'm the founder of the Internet Lifestyle Hub. I'm on a mission to help 1 million people live a lifestyle of freedom and to create the next breed of digital teachers by applying the model called the Freedom Business Model. It has all these elements in there. Larger than me, there's a number, 1 million for me, what problem I'm going to solve and what's the method. The method that I use is the Freedom Business Model. Okay. So that is how you craft a mission statement. Which leads me to the 5th question is, what are the best tools for digital community building? Best tools. See, you can start off with basic groups. Facebook group is phenomenal for this. You can use Telegram groups. I also use Telegram groups to actually engage with my audience. You can use WhatsApp groups, provided you're able to manage yourself well and your number. And there's a tool called Mighty Networks, MIGHTYNETWORKS. Go and check out Mighty Networks. That is a very good tool that I'm using right now to build my own private network. They have a free version of it, but they also have some paid options where you can build digital communities on that. And they have, even paid options for your members to join you as a paid member also. You can have a paid social network as well of your own. Okay, so it's like Facebook, but it is not Facebook. It's your private network. So I hope you found this video useful, where I've addressed the 5 questions on why community building is important, what are the differences between offline and online communities, how to build a community online, how to craft a mission statement, and what are the best tools for community building. I've answered all of this. Once again, I want to tell all of you that if you want to be a part of my Facebook group, you can go to sidz.co, sids.co/VIP-group, VIP-group, Facebook group, and want to join my community, sidz.co, sids.co/join. Join my community, and I look forward to serving you and supporting you inside my members area. Cheers and God bless.